Good afternoon, everyone. As president of the National Conference of Black Mayors, it's important to realize that we impact and we speak with and we see over 40 million people in the United States of America. And we work with them on a very critical basis, and that is one-on-one, dealing with basic needs of the citizens that we see each and every day. And so when we talk about broadband, it's important to realize that for us, it is now just as important as roads, as water, as sewer, as any other base infrastructure need in our community. I'll tell you my story. I was elected in 2003 and took office in 2004. And I was 28 when I took office. And I walked into my office on the first day and there was no computer. I almost turned around and walked out. Not only was there no computer, there was no email access. There was no overall email system for the city. My detectives, in order to download a wanted picture, had to go home and receive it on their Hotmail or their Yahoo account. That's where we were. But I'm so proud of where we are today and why it's so important for us to not only bring us, but all of our communities into this place. There are three very simple things that I'll share with you, and then I'll take my seat as to why this is so important and critical for us. It deals with economics, it deals with education, and it deals with efficiency. And those three things are what come together for a government and sharing with our citizens, specifically on a local level, why broadband is so important and why we all have to be committed and dedicated to this entire venture. We've had this running joke since yesterday. This is my BlackBerry, one of. And I am very, very up to speed on a lot of the social networking things. My city has a Facebook page, we Twitter, we do all that cool stuff. But yesterday we had, unfortunately, a little scuffle in my school system, and it caused a major uproar throughout my city, and I'm answering the phone. And so I went onto my Facebook page and immediately said, I was really disappointed, I wanted to see what was going on. Before I left this building, I had over 46 messages from students and parents that were holding a community conversation online about what happened and the solutions to those problems. If we as elected officials don't take note of the importance and the strength of broadband, we're going to lose the next generation of children that we have. That's why it's so critical. We had, unfortunately, a boil water notice in our community. Before we ever sent out a press release, we went online to our e-news, we went to our Twitter, we went to our Facebook pages, and before the media ever got it, the entire community knew exactly what was going on. To come from a position where we didn't have computers in the office to a place where today we only send out evites to events that we do in our city. We don't even do paper invitations anymore. To be in that position speaks to not only the technology, but the ability to move a community very quickly. We talked about adoption and the importance of it. There are tremendous best practices throughout all of our communities. We only have to listen to our people and listen to our elected officials to determine what those are. We don't want to be in a position where we can no longer look at economic development for our communities because we don't have the base infrastructure. And there are a number of cities that are dealing with that right now as we speak. Because they don't have the broadband wireless, they can't have the companies that are coming in that use that type of technology in order for the things that they need. My city is looking at improving our water meter system, such that it is 99% efficient and we can bill for every drop of water that comes through our pipes. But until we have the broadband technology infrastructure in place, we're not even in a position to put up the wireless meters such they can read the entire city at one time. That's economics. That's money into the pockets of the citizens that I serve. And that's why this is so critically important. And so with that, I encourage everyone, please continue to fight alongside with us. I'm so honored to be not only representing 641 mayors in the United States of America, but also to have partnered with such a fine, wonderful group of people that are just as dedicated and just as committed to this cause as we are. And I hope that we all, when we leave here today, see that this is not just an issue for our discussion. This is an issue for our action, and one for our immediate action that we have to begin on. Thank you.